Hello everyone, I hope you all are happy and healthy. Today I want to talk about the one, the only Skipper. If you don't know who Skipper is, then you must have been living under a rock. But don't worry, I'm happy to inform you about this incredible character. Skipper is a penguin, part of the group of penguins that we first are introduced to in the 2005 movie titled Madagascar. In the movie, Skipper is a part of those wacky penguins who group of penguins who do all kinds of funny things. And while Skipper and all the penguins are always up to some extremely hilarious shenanigans in the Penguins of Madagascar TV series, all of the penguins get more focus in the series, meaning that we get to learn more about all of the penguins' personalities, including Skipper's. Skipper is a character who is just so full of life. He's not the life of the party like King Julian, but he just has this charisma, this energy that whenever he is on the screen, he just immediately captures your attention. He has some traits that can be perceived as negative, such as the way he's very opinionated and stubborn when it comes to the things he feels strongly about. However, it's never taken to the extreme, and he knows how to put aside his stubbornness when he really has to. For example, in the episode Operation Big Blue Marble, where he was finally willing to give up the furrows in order to help his team do the right thing. And he also isn't the most patient person, but again, he knows how to stop his impatience from becoming a weakness, and he actually uses that impatience or that sense of urgency to be a good leader and to jump into action when he needs to. Speaking of jumping into action, Skipper is one of the bravest characters I have ever seen. There's moments when he is actually excited about doing something that could be dangerous. He is also super confident, so confident that he can face situations where there's little chance of success. Kowalski will tell him that there's like a 10% chance of survival, and Skipper will literally say that he likes those odds. Like seriously, if I just had like a fraction of his bravery and confidence, my life would be so much better. But anyways, the way that Skipper is fearless in any situation, at least any situation that doesn't involve needles, is super inspiring to me. Skipper has shown to not be a big fan of people who are cowardly, and he even sometimes makes fun of his team whenever they are scared of something. Skipper is a character that values bravery, honesty, and discipline, and you can see that he truly does live according to those values. And even though Skipper is one of those strict leader types, he's also super funny and actually has a very playful and silly side to balance out his character. It's not that Skipper is a super fun-loving character or anything, but he just finds a way to have fun with the work that he does. I guess what I'm trying to say is that being strict is not the only thing about Skipper. Skipper has a personality outside of his strict leader persona, and that side of him does come out during the series. Sometimes I wish that Skipper was a little bit more emotional, but despite not being the most emotional character, he shows that he cares about those around him in other ways. Obviously, the way he always goes out of his way to help others shows how noble of a character he is, but it's also the way that he gives good advice to others. He even surprises himself with how much of a good heart he has. He claims he would never help an enemy in one episode, but he actually helped Hans find a home, even if it was the dreaded Hoboken Zoo. He also was willing to give Julian a second chance at the end of the episode Best Foes, even after all the trouble he caused for the penguins in the show. I guess Private's big heart has rubbed off a little on Skipper. Actually, I think Skipper takes after all of the members of his team. Like I mentioned before, Skipper sometimes allows himself to be more forgiving and understanding of others, like Private does. Skipper can also be a very logical and strategic character like Kowalski, well, except for when he's being paranoid. And Skipper has some of the wild and obsessive character traits that Rico has. Rico is supposed to be the wild character, but Skipper can get pretty wild too, and he will also allow himself to not hold back, and he'll just start punching the bad guys without a second thought. So yeah, I think that Skipper has learned a lot from his team. Which, another thing I love about Skipper is how much he does care for his team. He allows his team to be themselves, and while he might not always understand their point of view, he respects and appreciates them. Overall, Skipper is just such an amazing character. I honestly wish I knew someone like him in my life. I'm definitely not a very brave person, but Skipper inspires me to be more courageous in my own life. Sometimes I feel like being brave is something that's kind of impossible, but he makes me believe that being courageous is possible with how brave and how fearless he is. Skipper never stays down, and nothing can stop him from achieving what he wants. And again, we get to see more of Skipper's fun side, the personality that he has outside of being a commando, and that makes him an even more interesting character. So yeah, that's why Skipper is my favorite character in The Penguins of Madagascar. Let me know what you think about Skipper's character in the comments. Thank you so much for watching, and please remember to love yourself and be kind to everyone. Bye!